100 views or something, which is cool, and I'm really appreciative of anything. I didn't expect to get any views at all, which is, it's nice to have that. So this video is a bit more, I've got a better camera. I'm using an actual DSLR camera now. I just need to find something to put my microphone on, which I'll do this week. And yeah, I'll probably try and make a couple of high quality videos. So I've still got a bad cough, which really sucks. So if I cough, I'm gonna have to edit it out. So this video might be a little bit edited, whatever, but it'll be a short one regardless. I've got a couple of objects I wanted to tap on, and maybe do a bit of scratching, depending on what I feel like doing. Weird and wonderful things. And I've got a book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F. I don't want to swear on this channel yet, on too much, so you'll see. I'm going to put the mic down while I get all this stuff organised, but you'll see. So this is our book by Mark Manson. I'm just going to do some page turn. Stuff like that. So I'm going to move the mic so you can see what I'm doing. Move the cameras. Cool, so I just moved the camera, which was more of an ordeal than I'd like to admit. Yeah, again, just thanks heaps for the views. Really appreciate it. So this is the book I've been reading lately. It's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F-C-K by Mark Manson. I just wanted to do some page tapping and a couple of quotes in it that are cool. I'll read the back. It is: for decades, we've been told that positive thinking is the key to a happy, rich life, drawing on academic research and the life experience that comes from breaking the rules. Mark Manson is ready to explode that myth. The key to a good life, according to Manson, is understanding that sometimes shit is fucked up and we have to live with it. Oh, well, there goes the swearing. Manson says instead of trying to turn lemons into lemonade, we should learn to stomach lemons better. Stop distracting ourselves from life's inevitable disappointments, chasing crap like money, success, and possessions. It's time to recalibrate our values and what it means to be happy. There are only so many things we can give a shit about, he says. We need to figure out which ones really matter. I'm just going to read a couple of pages out of this book. I definitely suggest picking it up because it's pretty awesome. This is chapter 1. Don't try. The feedback loop from hell. Chapter 1. Don't try. I'm going to pick this mic up and try and get closer so I can. Charles Bukowski was an alcoholic, a womanizer, a chronic gambler, day job as a letter filer at a post office. He got paid shit money and spent most of it on booze. He gambled the night away the rest. Try it again, eh? Wait, what come for you? Yo, you see me? Yeah. He gambled away the rest at the racetrack. At night, he would drink alone and sometimes hammer out poetry on his beat-up old typewriter. Often he'd wake up on the floor, having passed out the night before. 30 years went by like this, most of it a meaningless blur of alcohol, drugs, gambling and prostitutes. Then when Bukowski was 50, after a lifetime of failure and self-loathing, an editor at a small independent publishing house took a strange interest in him. The editor couldn't offer Bukowski much money or promise of sales, but he had a weird affection for the drunk loser. Affection for the drunk loser. So he decided to take a chance on him. It was the first real shot Bukowski had ever gotten, and he realised that probably the only one he would ever get. Bukowski wrote back to the editor, "I have one of two choices. Stay in the post office and go crazy, or stay out here and play at writer and starve. I've decided to starve." Upon signing the contract, Bukowski wrote his first novel in 3 weeks. It was called The Post Office. In the dedication he wrote, "Dedicated to nobody." Bukowski would make it as a novelist and a poet. He would go on to publish 6 novels and hundreds of poems, selling over 2 million copies of his books. His popularity defied everyone's expectations, particularly his own. Stories like Bukowski's are the bread and butter of our cultural narrative. Bukowski's life embodies the American dream. A man fights for what he wants, never gives up, and eventually achieves his wildest dreams. It's practically a movie waiting to happen. So yeah, stuff like that. That was my belly doing that, by the way. I really suggest picking it up because it's an awesome story. But it's got a lot of examples on how to live. How long have we got? My camera only films for half an hour, this DSLR. So this is a foam roller, so I use it to roll my back with, but it's got just some really ASMR-y sounds. this doll that my daughter was gifted by her grandmother, or her nan, I suppose you call. But just got some awesome ASMR sounds. So yeah, that was a bit weird, but